As we sit here on election morning, and joining us now is the former Republican National Committee Chair, Ronna McDaniel. Ronna, thanks for being with us here on Morning in America. Good morning. Happy Election Day.
Happy Election Day. I think we're all excited to get this day over.
We're excited to be a part of it and see what happens,
Yes,
right? And
exactly,
see where all this goes next. All right, so let me start here. I'll ask you both. If Donald Trump wins, why, in your view?
Donald Trump has expanded his math, right? He has appealed to more Latino voters. You've seen growth with Black male voters. You've seen a huge growth with young men, young male voters between 18 and 29. You saw this huge endorsement yesterday from Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. And so his map has expanded, his math has expanded. And then the issues. The number one issue for voters right now is the economy, and people trust Donald Trump on the economy.
All right. What about if Kamala Harris wins? If she wins, you think why or how?
Women. We're going to have the biggest gender gap we've ever seen in any election. She has doubled down on abortion, which was an issue that really propelled Democrats in 2022. So that has been where she has gone. I do think she has a huge mobilization effort. She's bringing out celebrity after celebrity, from Beyonce to Lady Gaga yesterday. So that's something that she has in her advantage, and money. Mm-hmm. She's raised a lot more money during this campaign.
You know, Ronna, one of the fascinating things consistent themes that I hear is from Republicans who say, you know what, we don't have a ground game or operation like Democrats. And you sort of hinted on this in an op-ed recently on the Hill. Ronna McDaniel, how Republicans can win Gen Z voters. And you didn't necessarily speak as a former RNC chair. You spoke as a mom. Here's what you said. You said, in an election that will be won on the margins, the failure of Republicans to engage these new young voters would amount to a missed opportunity. What do you mean by that?
The example I give is Kamala Harris was at my son's school. My son's at Michigan State, and on Sunday, she was there doing a rally, and there were thousands and thousands of kids lining up. Michigan's a same-day voter registration state. And I think a lot of those kids, if Donald Trump had shown up, would probably register and vote Republican. So you've got to show up sometimes in places where you don't traditionally win. That's been Donald Trump's forte, right? He's gone into Black communities, Latino communities, but I think Gen Z is a place where we can win. And my point in that op-ed was also, these kids are very concerned about the economy. Cost of living is an issue. They're worried about the job market. Are they going to come out of college with a job? So I think this is a place we should be fighting. The Democrats, by far, with my two college-age first-time voters, reached out to them far more than the Republicans.
Let me leave you with this. Ronna McDaniel, former chair of the RNC, here with us on election morning. You, in the last 20 months or whatever this election has been, there've been a lot of headlines, Ronna, and you were one of them. There was a revolt inside of NBC News when you had signed on to be a contributor there, or at least a part of their coverage, and there was a revolt from within. And I wonder what you think the legacy media, Ronna, got right and got wrong with Donald Trump this go around.
I'm glad to have that resolved and behind me, but this is something I love about NewsNation, is you bring differing viewpoints from different parties, and you sit down and you really represent our country. My neighbors are Democrat. I have friends who are Democrat. I'm a Republican, but we do want to sit down and have civil discussions about meaningful problems that are facing our country. And I think we need to see more of that reflected in our media. And I'm pleased to see what NewsNation does. I love it. I think this is the type of news that our country is hungering for.
Hear, hear. Ronna McDaniel, I would mention the chair of the RNC, the chair of the DNC, back to back on this show in a couple hours from now. Ronna McDaniel, thanks for joining us here.
Jamie.
All right, I will. Thanks for joining us here on Morning in America. Indeed.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.